What if the Man of Steel is not as smart as you think? We all know him, the iconic figure soaring through the skies, the symbol of justice, strength, and hope. Superman, the quintessential superhero. But could this paragon of virtue be, well, less than brilliant? Could there be a chink in his intellectual armor? Prepare yourself for a journey of discovery as we delve into the less glorified aspects of our beloved Kryptonian. Stay tuned to discover 10 reasons why Superman might just be an idiot. Number 10. Superman's uncreative alias. Now consider this. Superman, the Man of Steel, chooses to disguise himself as Clark Kent, a mild-mannered reporter. The only difference we see? A pair of glasses. That's it. No clever transformation, no cunning subterfuge, just glasses. It's like he's not even trying. This lack of creativity in his alias shows a surprising lack of depth, a dearth of innovation that one wouldn't expect from a so-called superhero. Not the best disguise, right? Coming up next, number 9, alien vulnerability. Superman's Achilles heel is, ironically, a piece of his home planet, kryptonite. This radioactive mineral has the power to weaken him, even kill him. It's not exactly hidden knowledge either. Anyone with a chunk of this green gem can turn the Man of Steel into a mere mortal. It's an inherent vulnerability, a chink in his alien armor. Seems like a pretty big oversight for a so-called superhero, doesn't it? At number 8, we have Superman's overconfidence. Now, it's no secret that our Man of Steel has a bit of an ego. There have been countless times where his self-assurance has led him to take unnecessary risks or even fail outright. Remember when he thought he could tackle that asteroid solo? Or when he didn't think he needed a backup plan against Brainiac? Overconfidence can be a hero's downfall, and Superman is no exception. A little humility goes a long way, Superman. Number 7. Superman's lack of technological understanding. It's all too clear that our Kryptonian friend relies heavily on his superhuman abilities, often overlooking the potential of technology. He might be able to leap tall buildings in a single bound, but can he code a website or troubleshoot a malfunctioning spaceship? We think not. This oversight not only limits his problem-solving skills, but also can leave him at a disadvantage against tech-savvy villains. Brains over brawn, Superman. At number 6, we have Superman's emotional instability. Sure, he can leap tall buildings in a single bound, but when it comes to handling his feelings, he's more like a ticking time bomb. His emotional turmoil often leads him down a path of irrational decisions, sometimes causing more harm than good. Whether it's his rage, his love, or his sorrow, his emotions can cloud his judgment and make him act recklessly. Not so super when it comes to emotions, huh? Number 5 is Superman's predictable tactics. It's as if he graduated from the school of same old tricks. Our Man of Steel, with all his powers, often resorts to the same straightforward strategies. He swoops in, throws a few punches, and expects his foes to topple. But his adversaries aren't always that simple. They learn, adapt, and exploit his predictability. A superhero's strength lies not just in his muscles, but also in his ability to strategize and adapt. Predictability is not a virtue in a superhero. Coming up next, at number 4, limited power source. Now, we all know that Superman's strength is derived from the sun, right? But here's the catch. What happens when the sun is not accessible? This reliance on solar power exposes a significant vulnerability. He becomes powerless in certain environments, such as at night or in deep space. This is a clear limitation on his abilities. A superhero's power source should not be so easily compromised. At number 3, we have Superman's poor time management. Ever notice how he's always rushing to save the day at the last second? It's like he's the poster boy for procrastination. There's a whole lot of crises that could have been avoided if he'd just planned ahead. Whether it's balancing his dual identity or prioritizing global threats, it seems our Man of Steel could really benefit from a good planner. Remember, even superheroes need to manage their time wisely. Time management is key, Superman. Number 2, Superman's lack of secret identity protection. Now let's think about this for a moment. Superman, arguably the most powerful being on the planet, takes a rather casual approach to protecting his secret identity. He merely dons a pair of glasses and assumes that no one will recognize him as Clark Kent. This blatant disregard for his alter ego's security not only exposes him to potential threats, but also puts those he cares about in jeopardy. His loved ones, friends, and colleagues are all at risk because of his inability to adequately safeguard his secret identity. His enemies could easily exploit this weakness, using his relationships to manipulate him, or even worse, to cause harm to those he holds dear. It's a glaring oversight on Superman's part, one that could have catastrophic consequences. Protecting your identity is Superhero 101 Superman. And finally, at number 1, Superman's over-reliance on his powers. It's no secret that Superman is one of the most powerful beings in the universe, with abilities far beyond those of mere mortals. But has his reliance on these superhuman abilities actually become a crutch, a hindrance rather than a help? Time and time again, we see Superman resort to brute force, to using his heat vision, super strength, or flight to solve problems. But what about his human intellect, his problem-solving skills? Superman's over-reliance on his powers often leads to a neglect of these human attributes, which could be just as valuable, if not more so, in certain situations. He's quick to fly into danger, to use his powers to get out of a sticky situation. But is he as quick to think, to strategize, to use his brain over his brawn? Remember, superpowers are not a substitute for intelligence. So, there you have it, 10 reasons why Superman might just be an idiot. From his uncreative alias to his over-reliance on powers, we've taken an unexpected deep dive into the Man of Steel's less-than-stellar qualities. We've examined his alien vulnerabilities, his predictable tactics, even his poor time management. It's been a fascinating journey, reminding us that even the mightiest heroes are not without their flaws. Think again before idolizing the Man of Steel. After all, even superheroes have their flaws.